and we are going to go to Frank Vernuccio. Yes, that Frank Vernuccio. And he is going to join us on the old telephone, or on the skip Skype. He's going to join us on the skip Skype, on the phone, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to go to Frank, hopefully. And there's
James,
Vernuccio. Hello, Vernuccio. We have got Frank Vernuccio with us today, and we are able to finally catch up with Frank. The last couple of weeks, we've had all sorts of guests that have run over, and all sorts of chaos with live radio. But we have got our good guy Frank Vernuccio with us today, USA Gov Policy. He joins us today here on our program. So I can't talk about anything else with you except for the debate is tonight, sir.
Well, the interesting thing about the debate tonight is the standards with which the candidates will be judged. Trump essentially has to be dominant in just about every issue and has to have all the facts at his hand. Joe Biden, on the other hand, has to stand there for an hour and a half and not wet his pants. And he will, if he does accomplish that, be considered the winner by the New York Times and the Washington Post.
It is Frank Vernuccio. He's with us today here on our broadcast, coast to coast and border to border on iHeartRadio. Also, AM/FM, 247.com, tune in, iTunes, and of course, Radio Loyalty as well on AM/FM, 247.com. So, another thing that is going on out there is Amy Coney Barrett. How will destroying a mother of 7 children before November 3rd help the Democrats win the election? What do you make of this?
There are times when a political party basically has to simply say, you know what, attacking this is not going to help us. We just got to let this one go. And that's certainly the case with Amy Coney Barrett. The fact is, the party received a black eye when Dianne Feinstein basically implied that being a Catholic makes one unqualified to hold public office in the United States. That was bad enough. If they try to do the same thing again to this nominee, I think it'll cost them significant votes, particularly in swing states like Pennsylvania.
We have got Frank Vernuccio with us today. He joins us live here in our broadcast. And so what do you make of the corporate Democrats? The minute that this was announced, that they had this nominee and they were going to go through and do all these different things, why is it all the corporate Democrats decided, hey, we're just going to back down and not fight this thing? And it's so strange to me, Frank. Is it because the donors have basically told them, hey, you need to back off?
Well, there's two reasons. The GOP already has the majority. They have the votes. This is going to happen one way or the other. No one likes to look like a loser, and certainly it didn't make sense for the Democrats to do that. Number two, attacking Amy Coney Barrett is going to hurt the Democrats with two particular demographic groups. We've already talked about Catholics, but also white suburban housewives, which are a key demographic, are going to be offended if the Democrats treat Amy particularly roughly. So they decided discretion was the better part of valor and backed off on this one rather than lose those key votes.
It is Frank Vernuccio. He joins us today here on our broadcast, coast to coast and border to border on iHeartRadio and also AM/FM 247.com. So another topic I want to get into with you, my friend, is Trump's tax returns. What do they tell us about his finances, and do Americans really care?
Well, there's been a misimpression that's being given by the New York Times article. The Trump paid about $4.6 million, I believe it was in 2016, and another $1 million in 2017. The Times conveniently forgot to mention that. There was an overpayment, I believe, or a extended year payment, so his other taxes came out to something that were very small. But even if he paid no taxes, if he did it legally under the law, I think most Americans are going to say, hey, if you can get away with it, if that's legal, there's nothing wrong with that at all. So I think it's a losing story for the Times and for the Post and the others who have been kind of hitting the story. You have the legal right to avoid every tax that you can.
Yes.
And in fact, And in fact, anyone who doesn't do that is being financially irresponsible.
I think that people don't seem to understand that, Trump is not Trump's taxes are not the problem. It's the whole system that's the problem. That seems to be the situation because here's the thing, Frank, he avoided paying, a certain amount of taxes. Okay? Everybody does. It's the strangest thing. So, Frank, this weekend, tell us about the radio broadcast, the TV show you've got coming up.
Well, we are going to have. We keep getting interrupted. I'm actually at an airport, so it's a little bit of a problem.
Oh, not a problem.
We're going to have Judge Pirro on the show, and I think it's going to be an interesting discussion, particularly about the Supreme Court.
That's good stuff. Well, Frank, I will let you catch your flight, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you, sir.
Take care, James.
Appreciate it, my friend. There he goes, Frank Vernuccio, and the jet-setting Frank Vernuccio. And we are going to take a brief timeout, and when we come back, we have got more coming up on the other side. It is the Big Broadcast.
Moving can be one of the most stressful things you'll ever do. And at Moving APT, we specialize in taking the stress and strain out of your move. Whether you have a 1-bedroom apartment or a 10-bedroom mansion, you can feel safe and confident that Moving APT will get the job done. On time, hassle-free, and at the guaranteed lowest price. That's right, we will meet or beat any quote. That's our price match guarantee. At Moving APT, we never sacrifice quality or service. Licensed, bonded, and insured, you always get the best price. So if you're planning an out-of-state move within the next 30 to 60 days and you need a full-service moving company, you owe it to yourself to give us a call. We do it all, packing all your belongings, moving and unpacking. Leave the stress and strain behind and call Moving APT, America's #1 interstate movers, now. For a free quote, give us a call, 800-209-9350, 800-209-9350, 800-209-9350.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? You'll want to write down a very important phone number that can assure you're receiving your full benefits. Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits, in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now at 1-800-521-7617 to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage at no extra cost, you can also get coverage for